on the community to step up. Good evening, I'm Amanda Gomez. John Brent is off tonight. News Channel 5's Marissa Schwartz joins us live in the Content Center now with the woman's plea to those who have the ability to help. Marissa?
Well, Amanda, there's some people in Salinas doing some really good things right now. People who get out on the streets and try to show gang members there's another way to live life. Carol Cervantes is one of those people, and tonight she showed me how all of her hard work is paying off.
Basically help and just not be so negative in the way that, those people aren't going to change, and stop wasting tax dollars on them.
Guns, drugs, and gang affiliation are all things Carol Cervantes says she grew up around. She went to juvenile hall for the first time at 13 years old. Her husband is in prison for his involvement in a shooting, and her brother just got out of prison. Cervantes says a job at the Salvation Army ended up being a turning point in her life.
Just took me exactly as I was, and that's what I needed, somebody to take me exactly where I was, how I was.
Now Cervantes has her own business in Old Town Salinas and is asking more people to give troubled kids a chance. Cervantes says eventually she's hoping to help some kids see their way out of violence by hiring them to work right here at her store. She spent time with nonprofits in Salinas like Shelter Outreach Plus and Second Chance. That's where she came across 18-year-old Jose Regalado, now accused of trying to kill a 13-year-old on Santa Rita Street on Saturday night.
It's hard to see, of course, especially if you're familiar with some of those kids.
She wants people to see past the mugshot and understand there's a kid who needs help.
Giving them hope when you just have a regular conversation with them.
For those who are skeptical, Cervantes says she's proof people can change.
The same way it did with me, I didn't listen right then and there, but 10 years later, it did sink in.
So even though it took a while for Cervantes, she thinks the only way to make a real dent in the city's issue with gang violence is to start at home. She even admits talking with some of her family members about setting a better example. In the newsroom, Marissa Schwartz, News Channel 5.